I've heard a lot of people ask about the cost of reloading and whether or not it's worth it to reload 9mm and 223. Now, my father taught me to reload when I was a teenager, but I've never actually owned my own equipment until about 15 months ago. To answer the first question, I'll run down my actual cost of equipment as well as the cost per round of a few of my loads. Whether or not it's worth it depends on how much you shoot, your reloading goals, and frankly how you look at it. But hopefully I can help you answer that question for yourself. The volume and calibers you plan to reload will determine how much you might want to spend on a press. For instance, if you're reloading 338 Lapua mag at $2 or $3 savings per round, or if you shoot 20,000 rounds of 9mm or 45 per year as a USPSA shooter, it won't take you long to pay off a $600 Dillon press and all the best accessories. If, on the other hand, you're shooting a moderate amount of 9mm, you may want to go for a more budget-oriented press. There's a lot of great presses out there, but if you're new to reloading and on a budget, it's pretty hard to beat the Lee starter kits. Lee kits start at about $120 for a single-stage kit, which is appropriate for low-volume pistol or rifle loading. I shoot a fair amount, so I chose to go up a few notches and got the Lee Classic Turret Press. The kit includes everything you need except a die set, a bullet puller, and a means to clean your brass. This is the total cost for all the gear I bought. This rig is appropriate for moderate volume reloading of pistol and small rifle and can also handle full-size rifle cartridges. Keep in mind this could be done about $120 cheaper with a single-stage kit and a few different choices. Component cost will vary according to how you buy, but in a second you'll see my actual cost for a few of my loads, including tax or shipping where appropriate. Now, I haven't included brass in these prices, mostly because I never pay for it. I either pick it up off the range or save it from commercial ammo I've purchased. The first 124 grain load at 14 cents each replicates standard brass range ammo such as UMC, Winchester White Box, or Speer Lawman. It would be very rare to find this ammo for less than 25 cents per round out the door, even before the 2013 panic. The second load at 17 cents each is built to duplicate the feeding, velocity, and feel of my Speer Gold Dot 124 grain plus P, but at a standard pressure. I accomplished this by using a high-end powder and a longer bullet. This load is a little tougher to cost compare. The ammo it replaces costs between 70 cents and $1.20 a piece, but to be fair, I didn't shoot as much of it before I reloaded, so I'll be conservative and cost compare at 50 cents. I've loaded just over 3,000 rounds of 9mm in the last 15 months, so using the comparators and the equipment costs I mentioned before, I figured the net savings. As you can see, even with a savings as low as 11 cents each, I've already covered the cost of all the equipment and came out $70 ahead. It doesn't sound like much, but keep in mind this equipment has paid for itself and will still last for years. 5 months ago I finished building an AR and decided to load 223. Here's the extra equipment I bought. If I had a single stage press, I wouldn't need the turret or the charging die, saving around $25. As for my loads, at 23 cents each, the first replicates military M193, and the second at 22 cents each is a little lower velocity so I can shoot my still targets a little closer without risking damage. It's pretty tough to find M193 for less than 50 cents each. Since my other load is a little lower velocity, I compare it at a price of 40 cents each. As you can see, in 5 months and 5,000 rounds, I've already covered the extra equipment costs and come out a little ahead. Now, if you were adding 308 or any larger, more expensive caliber, including expensive pistol calibers, the saving would add up even quicker. While it's been true that you save less reloading 9mm and 223 than many other calibers, it's still been well worth it for me. I've more than paid off all my gear, which I'll have for years to come. Now, in truth, I haven't saved a dime, but I've got to shoot a lot more and make custom loads that maximize my training time and my shooting dollar. Not to mention, I've really enjoyed it as a hobby in its own right.